Nearly 300 million people have watched that video online. Nearly 2 billion people have heard the song. Call Me Maybe is the worldwide hit that's made Rae Jepsen Canada's latest singing sensation. Fame is something new to Jepsen, but as she told our Hanomansing in this exclusive interview, she's trying not to let it go to her head.
Hey. How are you? My name's Ian.
It doesn't take long to discover that Rae Jepsen is remarkably down to earth, even as her pop music career has so suddenly skyrocketed.
The past year feels sort of like my whole world got flipped upside down in the best possible way. The pace of my life has just been day-to-day travel and day-to-day promotion and writing and gearing up for the release of the album Kiss. And I have to say, I love it. I love the fast pace of it. I love the intensity and the challenges that I face. It's just so gratifying to see it actually take off.
And take her onto some of the biggest stages in the world, from award ceremonies to a comic turn on Jimmy Fallon's late-night talk show, to her U.S. debut on Ellen.
Every day there's a moment where I'm sort of taking it in and really appreciating how surreal and unbelievable this is. But the good thing, the grounding factor, is my bandmates, who are the same boys that I've been playing with since before this whole thing took off, when we were just touring in our soccer mom van around Canada. And I can look at them in the middle of a song like performing Kiss on Ellen, and there's Tavish and there's Solomon, and they just smile, and I know that we're thinking the same thing, which is how cool, how amazing. I trade my soul for a wish, pennies.
This is the song that made it all happen. 4 frothy minutes of perfect pop, with a big boost from Justin Bieber, who tweeted about the song to his millions of fans. Call Me Maybe has topped charts around the world.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
So catchy, there are thousands of YouTube tributes. Olympic athletes,
Call me maybe.
NFL cheerleaders, even Muppets.
And this is crazy, but you got cookie.
Billboard magazine estimates more than 1.8 billion people have listened to the song. That may also feel like the number of times she's been asked if she's nervous about being a one-hit wonder.
I think around interview 50, when they said, how are you going to follow up with Call Me Maybe? I was like, I don't know, how am I going to follow up? But I remember kind of taking a walk and deciding that I wasn't going to come home until I'd really shooken off that feeling, because it ultimately was sort of my first real opportunity to finally live out my dream, which was a worldwide release of some music, and I didn't want to let pressure or anything get in the way of that. This one's for you.
One of the reasons for that poise may have to do with how long she's worked towards this moment.
It's hard stakes.
5 years ago, she charmed the judges on Canadian Idol, but didn't win. Now 26, she says she can handle the fame.
Well, I have a feeling that if this had happened when I was 17, I would have just curled into a little corner and cried, in the best way and in the worst way, because it is a lot. The pace of it is very intense, and there's not a lot of time for connecting with family in the way that I'm used to. So it was nice to sort of live out my life where we had our weekly visits, and now that I am kind of gone in the chaos of it for a year, that we connect through Facebook and phone calls and Skype dates and trips here and there, but that I feel kind of ready to kind of, be out there on my own and handle not just the music side of things, but the business side of things. And had this come sooner, I might not have even had the voice to say, no, that's not me, or yes, this is me, or how about we try this, which I feel like, it takes time to have that confidence. And I also kind of surround myself with the type of people who don't treat me like a diva. My personal assistant, who is very helpful and amazing, I'll call out, I really want tea. She's like, kettle's over there.
Really?
I'm like, all right, I'll go get it. But I think that's a good energy to have. I don't think that you turn into a princess once you become a pop artist. I think you're a pop artist and you're still a human being.
Jepsen grew up in the small town of Mission, about an hour's drive from Vancouver. Everywhere there are reminders of her life before stardom. We did this interview at the CBC building, where she was taping a U.S. network Christmas special with Michael Bublé. Just a block away is a bar where she used to wait tables.
As you got here and looked across the street, were you thinking at all about how far you've come? It's only a block, but it's a lot further than that.
Oh, I had every job you can imagine. I was a bartender, a pastry chef assistant, a coffee barista. I was a terrible bartender, so it's a good thing that that didn't work out. But yeah, no, I look back to those things, and I think that that is part of what makes me so grateful for what I have now. Is it wasn't like I woke up one day and this all kind of landed in my lap. There was many struggles and many sort of times where I would think, what if it doesn't work out? But the one thing that I knew is I would be happier pursuing my plan A and never maybe even getting it, but just working at it than any form of success in plan B.
What was your plan B if it didn't work out?
I think I would have probably been like a music teacher, which would still be amazing because, I mean, music would have been in my life, but I knew that I really wanted to kind of be a part of especially songwriting. That was something that I can't not do at this point. It just kind of happens to me, so it's really nice to be able to not just write those songs, but share them.
One last question. If we manage to talk again in 2 years, and I hope we do, what do you think your story will be then?
If I've learned anything from this experience, it's that I don't know. We shall see. I hope that I'm still being able to have a career in music. Headlining a tour would be a dream come true for me.
Jepsen may not be feeling the pressure, but there is a lot riding on her new single, This Kiss. Can she come even close to repeating the magic of the most popular song of the year? Hanomansing, CBC News, Vancouver.